there, it's day 2 of ELA skills practice. So you are going to have your sort with you, you're going to have your fluency passage, you're going to have your Rebecca Sitton book. In this book, you'll be on page 59, has a little clown at the bottom, and that's the part we're going to do together with these contractions. We did it a few weeks ago, but we're going to do some again. So for your sort, no matter which sort you're working on, the routine is always the same. You're going to sort them out in their categories today for day 2, and then you're going to write them in columns in your notebook. Then for your fluency passage, you're going to practice whisper reading it out loud, maybe to a stuffed animal, maybe to a pet, maybe to a tree. Then you're going to work on this book, this page together with me. I'm on page 59. Like I said, it has a clown at the bottom. There's a little pig at the top. And he is saying, make 2 words into 1 word, make contractions. So we're going to talk a little tiny bit about contractions again before we do the page together. So making a contraction is making 1 word out of 2. So there are steps to doing that. And one thing we did was that we talked about how when we put them together, we take a word like they and are, and we slide them together, but then we kick out the first vowel in the second word. First word always just stays put. It doesn't ever lose anything. So I'm just going to do that again. So they are, step 1, slides over. The first vowel in word number 2 gets kicked out, and it gets replaced by, I'm going to try to make this into a little apostrophe, like that. And it becomes the word there. There. But here's my pen. All right, so I'm going to draw this on there. So they are becomes there. And it's a different there. I love this one because it doesn't mean over there. When we have it as a contraction like this, it always means exactly the same thing as they are. So in our very first one, it says change they are to a contraction. Write it in the sentence. So here's a blank for us. These are all starting with capitals because they're always going to be the first word in that sentence. So I wrote it here. I want you to write it on these lines here, and then we'll read it together and see if it makes sense. So I changed they are to there because we slide the first word over, we get rid of the first vowel, and we change it into an apostrophe. And it says that. They're going to the circus. Does it make sense? Well, let's check it. They are going to the circus. Yep, it makes sense. They plus are is there. All right, the next one says you are. So our second word is are, but our first word is you. Now I'm never going to change my first word. Okay, you are is going to become your. But it's not the your that means the dog is your pet. It's not the type of your that means that something belongs to you. It's the type of you that means exactly you are. So let's say we're going to slide it over, take out the vowel, the first vowel only the first vowel, and change it to an apostrophe. Now we've got your, but we've got your when it means you are, not your puppy. That doesn't mean something belongs to you. So I'm going to write it in my book. I'm going to kick out the first vowel, change it to an apostrophe. You're going to the circus. It's not your circus. It means you are going to the circus. Yep, makes sense. Okay, we're going to do the next one. The next one says, we are. We are. Okay, we is the first word. It's always going to stay the same. We're always going to move the second word over. Kick that out. Change it to an apostrophe. We're. We're going to the circus. See, does that make sense? We are going to the circus. We're going to the circus. Okay, now it's changing our second word to is, but the rule is going to be the same. We're still going to slide our letters over. Slide our second word over and lose the vowel to replace it with an apostrophe. So she is. Put it together. She's. She's. I'm going to write it in the book. She's going to the circus. She's going to the circus. And look at this. This one, instead of she is, it's he is. He's going to the circus. He's going to the circus. He is going to the circus. So we're always going to check when we're writing a contraction to see if it makes sense to use it in that sentence by reading it as two words or thinking about it. Instead of thinking about it as he's, we're going to think about it as he is and say, would that make sense? He is going to the circus. Maybe we can go to a circus. Okay, here's what it looks like.